Yeah, what's up, everyone? What's up, our football family? Welcome to Round Leather Podcast. I'm going to be your host for today. My name is Damio. I'm joined by panel of experts. You can call them experts for today. I have Fola from the blue side of Manchester. We have Izzy from the red side of Manchester. They call themselves the Devils. We also have Tolu representing the Pride of London from the red side of London also. Yeah, gentlemen, this weekend was the weekend when all the big dogs were supposed to fight, but some of them ended up chasing their tails in circles. We had, let's call it tactical chess, red cards galore, last minute drama, let's not forget that, and a whole lot of head scratching and seeing different types of tactics we've never seen before from a side in Manchester. Before we get right into it, I want to first thank all our guys that have been watching us, liking our videos. Please keep on liking, keep on sharing, keep on commenting, also give your own feedback. Also, really appreciate it. Yeah, let's get right into it. Let's start with the match that just ended. So we're going to be reviewing game week 5. Let's start with the match that just ended. Arsenal won, Manchester City won. I like to refer to it as a polite fight. You know, talking about the first one, big one at the Emirates, very, very big one. It was meant to be a game of supposed intensity. We're hoping to see, end-to-end stuff. But, I don't know what to call the game. I think, I think I decided to be very, very polite and to respect Manchester City. Thought maybe it was the Manchester City of 3 years ago. But, let's get right into it. It ended 1-1. Arsenal got an equalizer from last minute or last ditch equalizer from Martinelli. Haaland started off, kicked off the game, which is opened the scoring. But let's get right into it. Question for you, Tolu. What do you think about the game? I would like you to talk about, Arteta's reaction. Should I call it reaction or as the game being proactive? He reacted, we saw what he had to do by halftime. The inter tactics he was hoping to deploy did not work. He changed things around by halftime. What do you think about the game generally, specifically, Arteta? What do you say about Arteta's tactics?
Sometimes I wonder, like, if I was to be a fly in the room when they were doing the tactical setup for this game, what exactly did they discuss as to what pattern we are going to attack with? Like, I'm confused. What kind of setup puts, such midfielders into the game? Nobody can turn in that midfield. Nobody can run at the defense. Nobody can dribble. And then you see Merino in there. His body mechanism is so poor that when he receives the ball, it's like he can't turn and face the attack. So he has to use his left side and go the other way around, like someone fooling around about. What is going on, and the fact that we've seen this midfield many times and it never works. Yes, it beats Bilbao because Bilbao is not good enough. But when you come up against a team that has a bit decent quality, he used the same thing against Liverpool. We couldn't do anything, and then when literally what he did, we wasted 45 minutes. And then he started playing in second half. That's when he brought in Eze, brought in Saka, and then we started going for the game. And by that time, City was like, okay, now we're serious. Now City started to defend, bringing in defenders. It's surprising that City can't defend. Well, meanwhile, when we did it to them, they were, on us and saying, how can we play like that? How can we play like that? So now you know what it feels like if you're not good enough to win a game for you to start playing so defensive, But
And don't forget, Arsenal did that with 10 men.
exactly, Arsenal did that with 10 men, So, but it is what it is. City came there and I think you knew City played for the draw and they got what they came for. Arsenal were the ones at home. We were the ones under the pressure to win. We were the ones going for the title. And once again, our manager has bottled another one. He didn't give these guys the best opportunity to win the game. And he always makes it tough for them. Always makes it tough. There's nothing that said he couldn't have started with Nwaneri. Nwaneri could have started. Eze could have started. Okay, Saka can't start the game yet. There's nothing that said these guys can't start. Like, Zubi and Rice had good control over the midfield. Nobody was going to ride Nwaneri in there. Like, sometimes I'm tired already, and this is why I see this guy, because what he did today is the difference between 89 and 91 points, and that's what it takes to lose the league. So
Doesn't learn. Doesn't learn.
Entirely.
Yeah, so let's go over to you. Thanks for that, Tolu. Let's go over to you, for the blue side of Manchester. 1-1 result satisfies absolutely nobody in the grand scheme of things when we're talking about the title race. Who does this point actually help? If you have been honest with yourself, who does this point actually help, in the long run? Is it Manchester City or Arsenal? And what is your own general perspective, about the game? When you were coming into this game, were you also hoping for a point? Or we're hoping, okay, Arsenal, they walloped us 5-1 the last time. Let's not try and disgrace ourselves this time around, and, let's just see if we can get 3-0, lose 3-0 this time around or something funny. Since the other side of London disciplined you guys 2-0, maybe the red side might make it 3. What was the general expectation when you're coming into this game? And, who does this 1 point help? Or who does do 1 point favor?
I think the 1 point favors Man City. Because our form has been shaky. Number two, coming from our last match, 5-1 against Arsenal. I think this favors us. Going into the match, I wasn't expecting a win. I was expecting an Arsenal win. Arsenal in the Emirates is very, very tough. But I like how Pep approached this game. I'll call it tactical chess. In a way that I'll say, I'll just put it like Arsenal's press versus City's build up, because we had to play from the back many times with our defenders, not our goalkeeper, because our goalkeeper just kicks it long. And the thing about Arsenal's press is I like how you guys set up this match, because even if I hear a lot of Arsenal fans talking about putting an attacking midfielder in there, I believe no matter how strong your team is, you have to be careful of Man City, especially how we play. Putting those three midfielders there kind of made you very, very solid in the midfield. That's where to beat Man City in the midfield. I like how Arsenal tried to squeeze the Man City midfield box.
This City is beatable.
Yeah, they were there for the taking. Like, they were just like,
This is not.
beat me, but how much you want to beat me? This is not the City
This
of
is
2 years
not
ago.
Ballon d'Or.
This was City of come and beat me.
This is not
No,
KDB.
I don't. I actually don't.
This City is very much beatable.
We don't,
I don't
see.
know what's
The thing is,
Emirates.
everybody always spoke about KDB, but KDB for the last 2 seasons hasn't been KDB. KDB has been injured for most of every season for the last 2-3 seasons, and he comes back February from his injury, and then he goes on a run till the end of the season. But to be honest, KDB is almost never with City from September to December or January. So where City were kind of used to not playing with KDB for a while. Many opposition fans see KDB when KDB is playing, but when we watch the matches every game, we don't see KDB. So many times KDB also has a lot of misplaced passes, but we're not talking about KDB. We're really on this Arsenal Man City game. I feel like Arsenal had a solid midfield against Man City. That's why we could not break through them. That's why we could not press the way we wanted to press, because your press was much more effective than ours. I like how Arteta isolated Haaland. All the time he isolates Haaland. So Haaland really doesn't really have anything to do against Arsenal. Other games, Haaland comes in, Haaland is involved with the play, but this time it was totally different. Also, Martinelli's moment, let's put it like that, because he's been having great moments coming up from the bench. Martinelli, I would say, he's one of Arsenal's sharpest weapons this season, coming off the bench, especially also against Bilbao. I saw how effective he was. I would say it was a good 1 point for City. We need that kind of motivation knowing that we can defend, especially against the top two team
Yeah.
in England.
Interesting take, Fola. I think you said, the point favored City. It's good that we now live in a world where City fans are happy that they're getting a point against Arsenal. If they had told many City fans, including Fola 3 years ago, that the time we come, Pep will come against Arteta, and at the end of the match or before the match starts, Man City will be like, Man City fans will be like, 1 point is not bad. I'll take the points. Yeah, that's exactly the world we live in now. You see, we have a question for you here. We've seen this game and we've seen something we have never seen since we've been watching Pep in EPL. I think according to stats, this is the first time Pep City side had the lowest position in an EPL game, 70-30. This is the first time we saw another side of City. I don't know if I want to call it parking the bus. Fola called it tactical chess, or what do you call it tactical chess? In Mourinho's words, on Mourinho's time, we called it parking the bus. But was it a case of brilliant organized defending from City? It was a case of, Pep is like screw tiki taka, and screw those type of beautiful football. I just want to ensure I don't lose here. What do you have to say about the new type of Pep we saw?
I think it was very unlike Pep. I was surprised actually that he was defending more than trying to see how he can win the game. I disagree with Fola. I don't think there was anything tactical, about this. I think Pep was just scared. If you look at even the substitutions, he
was bringing in more defenders.
He was bringing in more defenders. Nunes came in, Nathan Ake came in, John Stones came in. I was like, what is going on? Is this Chelsea all over again? So I think he just played it out for a draw, or he was hoping he could see out the win. But Arsenal actually fought and dug deep to get the equalizer. If that game had perhaps lasted an additional 5-10 minutes, maybe Arsenal would have obviously nicked it. But I don't think the negative side of defending from Pep was actually a good choice from him. But Arsenal did well. They obviously dug deep and they were able to get the results. Credit to Eze. That pass he gave was really, really good. Not many players can actually lump that ball across the back line,
I don't think any other person in Arsenal midfield could have done that.
No. That reminds me of that kind of pass is Fabregas. Fabregas, Odegaard might be able to do that as well. That kind of pass, you don't see that normally from white players. So, but he did well. He did good. I think the I wasn't really particularly pleased with even the offensive play from Man City. I think the best player on the field was Doku, but he was very indecisive.
Yeah.
He was very indecisive in the final third.
Madueke is Pro Max.
Yeah. So so if you look at Doku,
we beat 3 players.
He would do all the right thing, but just that last bit to just finish the game, that's where he's missing. So
is it the same Doku we're talking about? Doku of this season?
Well, at least the game I watched today, he was very good. That's what I'm saying. I said he was very good, but that final third, he wasn't as clinical, And I felt like Foden was nowhere at all in the game. He didn't even have any offensive play. Bernardo Silva as well was preferred to obviously get into bust up with the Arsenal players than actually play football. Roger was okay, but in general, I don't think Man City had a good game. That's why I agree, though, with Fola that Man City actually would be the best to.
Yeah.
What confidence? You see, but do you know what it feels like to sit through a season and see 14 draws? Do you understand what it means to draw 14 games?
No, but this would have been a loss.
We don't.
Last season, Or you remember, was it last season you
We
had the
don't,
14 draws?
but
No,
this is
the
what a lot
season
of
before
people
that.
don't understand. We rarely lose. For the last 3 seasons in a row in the league, we've not lost more than 5 games. We literally, like,
Yeah.
years now, we rarely lose. But like, do you understand what it means to see
But it's always
14 draws?
but the truth is, it's always good to not lose points. Yeah, if you can't win, get a draw. Where Arsenal needs to figure out how to improve their point tally is from those unexpected middleweight teams that will come and throw up surprises at them. You know,
Bournemouth and co.
the likes of Bournemouth and the tricky oppositions. So I still feel like that's where Arsenal would be maybe a bit suspect. But when it comes to these big games,
Yeah.
even if it's not to lose the game or not to win the game, they will definitely not lose it. So I think a point was right for them.
Okay, thanks a lot, Isibo. So let's move on from the tactical chess game we had at Emirates and the where what do you call it, where Pep wore his Tony Pulis hats and decided to learn how to boot the ball. First time I was seeing a Man City keeper making more clearances than what I never seen in my life. Any ball Donnarumma had was inside.
Yeah, but that's,
inside.
you know,
And that's
Donnarumma
what we
doesn't
say.
play
This
with
is
his
what we
feet
died
now.
for. This is what we died for. This is what we. And that's what we'll be looking at. We'll not be rolling his eyes and talking and saying, "What's going on at this club? I can't recognize my club anymore."
We've changed our style of play, to be honest. We don't have any goalkeeper that plays with his feet.
What
James
Trafford is good with his
Trafford,
feet, so why
no,
can't
he's
you
not.
trust him?
He's not.
Oh, he's not
He's
good.
not. He's not.
Yeah. So
He
this is the
clears the
first time
ball
we
too.
have. So let's summarize that now. This is the first time we have 2 keepers at Manchester City with a cumulative purchase figure of around 80 million, and none of them are good with their feet. Okay,
Yeah, but
Pep,
our
time has
problem,
changed.
the problem, everybody in Man City has been complaining that we don't have shot stoppers. Now we have shot stoppers. So I feel playing from the back can be done with the centre backs and our full backs. So if we have full backs and centre backs that are very comfortable with the ball, we need a shot stopper. We don't need somebody that can only pass the ball but cannot save a shot. Almost every shot we're going in. Ortega is the worst goalkeeper.
No,
I feel he should just
Ortega
be.
gave it the league 2 seasons ago against Tottenham. So please, he needs a
Yeah,
statue in
that
front of
was.
Etihad.
So look, that's the thing. We cannot. We all have learned our lessons from being a Man U and talking about previous seasons. We have to talk about the present season.
Okay.
We're tired of goalkeepers just pass goalkeepers that allow the ball just go in against Man City. So now we just need shot stoppers.
Yeah, thank you. Interesting takes, everyone. Let's move to Old Trafford. Manchester United fans are itching. You know, where we saw more red cards than the Reds we see at traffic lights. You know, I don't know what was flying. I don't know what was going on at Old Trafford. You know, we're seeing red flying everywhere. You know, Isioma or Easy, you know, I'm sure the result shocked you. I'm sure it was, you know, it was more of a shock of joy. I'm sure there was a general consensus that Manchester United fans were not going to the game thinking they were going to get 3 points, you know. So what you have to say is Amorim back, the Red Devils back. You know, this is the first time Chelsea is losing in the league. They've been unbeaten for a while now. You know, and you stopped that unbeaten from Chelsea and you did it in fantastic style, scoring 2 goals within first 40 minutes. I don't think Man U have done that against big teams in a long time. So what do you think we should stick with Amorim? He's 3 at the back or 5 at the back or whatever formation he's playing nowadays. You know, what changed? What do you have to say about the new Man U? Because you guys have first time in how many months you have back-to-back wins. You've not had that in a long time. So it seems that, you know, whatever is happening at Old Trafford now, you know, is looking good. You know, maybe very soon we'll be talking about the league. You guys might be contending for the league, or is it top 4? You beat Chelsea. Winning Chelsea doesn't happen every day, you know. So I have to stress that a little bit and, you know, blow your trumpets. Nobody saw that coming. Man U fans obviously didn't see that coming. Chelsea fans didn't see that coming. You guys had Maresca running in circles and he's making subs like, you know, was Sunday football that we're playing on the streets. Then again, so what do you have to say about the display for Manchester United?
I think you are mocking us, but it's okay.
You have 3 points. It doesn't get better than that. Against Chelsea.
We're not going for any title one. Is Amorim staying? I don't know. But I don't think we're there yet. To be fair, even for neutrals, it wasn't the most exciting game between both teams. I would say things worked in our favor, more or less. Chelsea played Champions League, so obviously there's a bit of fatigue there that played in our favor. And then the early red card. Sometimes it changes your entire plan as a team. So that also played in our favor. Then the substitutions from Maresca shockingly also played in our favor. So there were so many things that sort of
Maresca was coaching like a guavon. He won red card and total disarray.
there were just a couple of things that tipped it in our favor. It wasn't a fantastic display, although attacking wise, we did better than Chelsea. 11 shots, I think, not bad. We haven't quite converted most of our chances. I think that's our biggest issue now. The chances are being created, but we're not just finishing them. And I think it's going to hurt us if we meet like teams that are like very clinical, like Arsenal, just like we saw in our first match versus Arsenal. I don't think it was a good show for the EPL for two of our biggest teams to, play a game and you have 5 red and yellow cards, 2 red cards. It wasn't that good. It tells you how physical it was, how rather than play football, it was just something else. So I don't think
that's those passion sometimes. You have to bring. I've forgotten the days of Vieira and what was the guy at Manchester United that always fighting Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just know that when you come to the pitch, it has to be very physical. You have to see cars flying. In words of Roy Keane, these guys are soft. You guys are soft.
I hear
he likes it has to be very physical nowadays. I'm sure Roy Keane will be excited with that kind of outcome. He says you guys are too soft.
Well, when we meet with, like in the past, when there was a rivalry between the managers, Wenger, Ferguson, it boiled down to the captains and the team. So that one was like a cultural thing. You just expected it to be a bloodbath. But now it wasn't the same sort of like platform, or there wasn't prior bad blood or whatever between these teams. Even the goals came from crosses or corner kicks or whatever. So it wasn't that exciting to me. If you say this was an advert for the EPL, we wouldn't sell so much to a lot of fans out there. I'm happy with the 3 points for sure. It takes a bit of heat from Amorim, but I don't think we're there yet. Even from our back line, if you say back three, we don't even know our back three. It depends on the game. Anybody can show up in the back three. Right now, the elite seems to be the one that has held down to his position. We started with Shaw and Maguire. Honestly, I was really afraid. I'm like, why those two at the back? But maybe the early red card didn't let us see whether or not that was a good combination. I didn't think we're quite there. The goals still came from midfield, Casemiro and Bruno. So it tells you that even with the attack, we have a lot of work to do. Mbeumo was good. At least he helped us with the red card. Sesko knocked the ball down for him, but there wasn't quite a lot to cheer about in our attack. And I think it's something to really get us thinking. We will surely concede. So it's left to us to score more goals if we want the point. So why we are good with 3 points, honestly, I wouldn't say I'm excited or over the moon, because I see a lot of struggles, a lot of challenges, a lot of issues. And the coach not wanting to also change tactics is a big problem for us. It means managers already know what they're going to work against. I mean, opposing managers already know the tactics that they're going to have to plan for. And knowing that, and Man U comes with that same tactics, it makes it easier for them to override us. So a lot of worrying signs. I don't want to be taken away or confused or the cover-up of a victory, and then I'll forget all the issues that are there with the club. I think it's going to be a long season. I'm surprised to lose.
Yeah.
Tired. I imagine what he wants me to feel. as a United.
Easy. I think you might be a little bit overcritical of yourself, and being a little bit harsh on Manchester United. 3 points is 3 points, and you guys didn't have to. And I'm surprised you didn't see a lot of positives from that game. Then again, it would have been worse if Maresca was your coach on that night. So that brings me to Isibo. Isibo as a Chelsea fan, and see I don't know if you want to call this one masterclass chess. What did Fola call? Fola repeat.
Tactical masterclass. Tactical chess.
A tactical masterclass chess move from Maresca. What do you have to say about the substitution specifically yesterday and total outcome of the game? Let's not forget, your defense was in total disarray also. Starting from your keeper. I don't know why he thought he was in a judo session or karate session. It's a game. It's still early in the game. Boyman might have scored, he might have missed the goal. I don't know what was going through his head, rushing of blood or whatever. What do you have to say about the defense, organization, and Maresca's tactical chess substitutions yesterday? What are your thoughts going forward about Maresca as a coach?
I don't even know where to start from. See, is there a word we can use for what's the opposite of tactical masterclass? If there is another word for it, maybe that's the word I would use to describe what I saw yesterday. It was one disaster after another. It started with that clown we have at the goalpost. You see, one thing is you have goalkeepers sometimes that they can make errors. Yeah. And you say, okay, it's one off. But this guy is doing it every time. This guy is consistent now in making errors. If you even look at how he went in for that tackle, he was trying to go back. He was going back to his goal, and then he ran forward again. This very indecisive. And when you look at that kind of goalkeeper, you think that this goalkeeper is maybe 21, 22. He's still young. He has his prime years ahead of. This guy's like 28. This guy is an old man. And he can't even know the basics of how to sit back or when to go for a tackle. Okay, fine. 5 minutes into the game, and you want to get the ball. Are you not thinking, even if they score, you still have another like 80 minutes plus to get back into the game? So I think that was the first error we had in that game. So everything just went out of the window. All the tactical setup and all gone. And then now we need to rely on our coach.
Then the sub started.
Now we need to rely on our coach to obviously do some magic. And then I was seeing some abracadabra in front of me. This guy was taking players off. It was like as if we had 10 substitutions that we could make. How can you take 2 players off? Immediately you get 1 red card. And his argument for it was, he wanted to match up with the Manchester United attack.
And you see, but to put things in context, he was playing against Manchester United, not a Liverpool or an Arsenal that are scared of.
That is even the most baffling part of it. No, it's the most baffling part of it. How can you be playing Manchester United?
2013.
No, easy.
Don't just continue.
I know you can talk about the history and all that, but how can you be playing Manchester United and you want to go to a back 5 because you have 1 red card? Who did he take off? He took off the entire front line. Apart from João Pedro.
Palmer was injured, so you can pardon him.
No. I don't pardon him. No, I don't pardon him. See, no, Damino. See, look at what he said. He said in the post-match conference, he said that Palmer was struggling. Palmer was not 100% fit, and he wanted to start.
So he's not injured.
He was not 100% fit. So we don't know whether he got an injury or something in the game, but he was not 100% fit. That's what he admitted to that. What you would have simply done is, now that you have removed Estaval, you have put in Jorgensen, which that one, I'll come to. That one is another disaster. You've put in a goalkeeper. 1 substitution is okay. See how the game plays.
Exactly.
Before you know, you don't do 2 substitutions immediately. If he had done only that 1 substitution, if eventually Palmer had said he was injured and he needed to come out, then you can make the next substitution. So you've made 2 substitutions. At least you still have some attacking players in the field. You remove Estaval, you remove Neto. Palmer has come off.
Neto.
There's no other person now.
Palmer.
We're literally playing 5.
No, yeah, Pedro. Don't downplay the Brazilian juggernaut.
We're literally playing 5-2-1. What have you? 5-2-1. There's 5 defenders, like 2 midfielders and one striker.
No, if it's 3-1 or 5-3-1,
5-3. No, that's 9 players now. 9 players, 5-3. Okay,
yes,
so
from 10 to 9.
5-3-1. That's not good enough. So I felt like the substitutions were terrible, and he didn't even improve. When we got into halftime, I was thinking that, okay, you go inside, make some talk to the players and get them up and running for the second half. Nothing happened. They came into the second half and they were very passive. But fair to them, at least they were able to get a goal. And I didn't even see Man U didn't do anything in the second half, if we're being honest. They were on the back foot for most of the second half. So I think the first thing we need to learn from is we are clearly lacking. I talked about this the last time. Our defenders are nowhere near it. It feels like the Colwill injury has exposed how bad we are in defense. Look at the goal that they were ball watching. The goalkeeper can't even come out to punch the ball.
No,
Fofana is just there looking like as though. No, Rich James. No, it can happen. You can clear the ball.
Yeah, that James clearance was also
no,
bad,
but you can clear the ball, and it so happens that the ball is in the air. Okay, it's how you react next. The goalkeeper should come out and punch that ball. He was not commanding of his defense. And then the ball watching from Fofana. Fofana was just looking there. How can an offensive player jump above you and you are a defender? You know that this Fofana, after 60 minutes, he was telling the bench to substitute him. He was tired.
This match is tough.
He said this match is hard. Can you imagine?
It's tough. Against Manchester United, don't forget.
What are you saying? Against Manchester United, you are telling them that the game is hard. Let them remove you. And then what does the coach now do? The coach takes him off, and the coach brings in Malo Gusto. How is Malo Gusto going to help this team?
And by then, game was, they had the same amount of players on the pitch. Casemiro was off by then. So
exactly.
It should have brought in more offensive players.
And you're chasing the goal. You're chasing
Ivu Saka now. He brought in Ivu Saka.
He brought in
Is he bringing in Ivu Saka? Isn't that gross?
Thank God.
I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I was confused.
Why? I think it was a good time to bring in Garnacho. I was talking about that topic.
Yes.
Garnacho he would have given his all.
Yes.
And then he would learn how to do bicycle kick from the midfield. He just wanted to just show Amorim who you were missing.
Instead, who did they bring in?
What do you think was going through Maresca's mind? Forget his line.
There was nothing going in.
Why didn't he bring in
his head was
Garnacho when the game?
His head was empty. There was nothing in his head. There was nothing going on in that head. He felt like a clean slate. I feel like that guy just.
Okay. So while on this, 2 questions. So don't let me so much. This is Gameweek 5. Let's all remember. Yeah. First question: do you still think Chelsea can win the league? With what you've seen, I don't think you've ever seen this side of Chelsea before. And now you're all over the place too. Chasing your tail. You think Chelsea can win the league, 1. And 2, do you think Maresca, if you were Ibrahimovic, and even if he has left, let's put on our Ibrahimovic cap. Yeah, and Ibrahimovic running this club. Obviously you have the money and whatnot. Do you think you would let Maresca to stay to the end of the season?
Oh, of course.
I see. Let's see. Let's see how it's going to pan out. So those are my 2 questions for you.
No, I don't think. In fact, I'm sure if Roma was in charge, I don't think he would do those stupid substitutions. He won't even try it. You can imagine he's doing it, and
Roma would have,
they would just be calling. They will be up there. They will sack him there immediately. An owner that he has literally. Do you know that was what happened when he relieved Ancelotti of his job when he was losing? I think they lost 1 game. The guy left without going with the boss. Back to Stamford Bridge. They sacked him during the game while the game was on. That's the kind of.
I think those are the kind of owners we need.
Yeah.
So coaches will put their heart in order.
I can't remember. What was the other question you were asking? Apart from
that, do you think Chelsea can still win the league? Game 5 with what you've seen. Yeah, back to reality.
No. As much as we want to still be optimistic, this is a hard one.
So this is what I always tell my people,
I'm-
yeah. Welcome back to Earth.
I'm really
How do you feel to be back to Earth?
You
Look
see-
around
You see, I think
and touch everything.
the this week has been very bad for us. You know, from the Brentford, was it Brentford we played last week? No, was it
2-2,
Brentford?
yeah.
The Brentford game 2-2, and then to the Bayern Munich game, and then this game. It's a lot of comedy of
3 games now,
three-
3 straight games,
three
no
straight
win.
games, no win, and all of these games. You know the problem I'm having. All of these games have something to do with our defense. From the Brentford game where
And you guys had enough time to fix that defense. I don't know why you didn't fix the
I don't
defense.
understand.
Tosin can't be in your
Let me
Tosin should not be 15 minutes.
Okay. No. Let's even start from the goalkeeper. Do you know that it is 4 million pounds is what stopped us from getting
Donnarumma.
Magnon?
Okay, Maino, listen, man. You should have gone for Donnarumma, Sha, even if you couldn't get Maino.
Why
Very
could
short-
no?
short
No,
contract.
they will tell you that his wages are too high. That
His
you
wages
cannot pay
wages
him.
are too high.
But if we had gotten gotten Magnon, at least we have somebody that at least can be a bit commanding in the box. He's not prone to too much errors. The goalkeeper we had that was okay. We sold him to Bournemouth.
But then again,
So,
I don't think you should downplay the contributions of Liverpool abilities of Sanchez. He has his errors, but this season he has been good. Let's be honest.
No. He was
been good this season. Exactly. So let's not throw that out of the window. Okay.
Nothing that.
So hearing from the blue side
Terrible.
of London, the Chelsea fan has said he's back to earth. He's scrapped his prediction of Chelsea winning the league. Great to hear. If he had his way, he would sack Maresca on the spot and he'll never allow him to fly back to London. These are the kind of conversation we love hearing when the fans realize that, see, whenever I was smoking that time, I think I've dropped it. My eyes are clear, and now I can
But
see
just a quick one.
You know?
I think that we still have a strong chance to finish at least top 2 in the league if we can get our acts together. I'm still very optimistic. But when you say winning, when you say
okay, maybe they're like first, second.
No. It depends. It depends. Come on, Dami. We had this with Antonio Conte. Have you forgotten? Do you remember when Antonio Conte when we had to change formation? And then
no. You're saying
no. But what I'm telling you,
the caliber of the coach and the caliber of the players you had were entirely different.
No, but what I'm telling you is that it's Chelsea.
I'm giving you. We had this with under Ferguson.
No. But
there've been times we were 9 points behind and we came back won the league.
No, but
please come back to earth.
No, but I'm telling you, it is something that can happen if we get our acts together. If we're able to use the right players, if we're able to motivate them to get them. And Maresca has a lot to do, especially with that defense. And I'm sure we can still push for the title. But at this point, I'm not really confident we can.
We'll come back with game week 6 and reconfirm your prediction. Moving on. So I'm going to come to you now. Let's talk about Liverpool. It happened again at the Merseyside. I don't know why. I really hope you saw the map that David Moyes was making in the press conference about, how they can come toe-to-toe with Liverpool, get a result and whatnot. And then 2-1. I think goes from Gravenberch and Ekitike, yeah? Then, what's his name? Gueye came and, scored the consolation goal down the line. Do you think Liverpool are running away with the title already? This is just game week 5. They are 5 points clear already of second. Do you think, we should just call it a day and just give them the league already and count them champions because it seems nobody can stop them? I don't know who can beat them by the rate they are going. And in all this, they don't have Isak at 50%. I think Isak is 20%, 20% battery. With all these kind of results they are getting, they're on scratch, 100% win rates without Isak. What do you think is going to happen when Isak comes to the party in November and thereabout? And the guys are full throttle, what's going to happen? What do you think about how Liverpool are going and they can't be stopped at the moment?
I mean, Liverpool is Liverpool. Liverpool is really good. What else can we say? Everybody thinks Salah is going to be over. Apparently, he's not done yet. Still performing. When you look at the game, the only thing I can say about Liverpool though is that they are letting teams have hope in the games. Right, so they are not like killing people off. You look at what happened against Newcastle. They gave Newcastle a lot of hope. Look at what happened against Everton. And the reality is, I can understand if you are doing that midway through the season or close to the end. But if you're having to win games like that, it burns a lot of energy because you're just wasting a lot of energy really trying to close down games. And if they don't clean it up soon enough, they are going to drop points. It's just going to happen, So, but I would think that their defense is good enough to sort it out and get their acts together, But if they don't,
No, their defense haven't been good enough. They've been conceding every day like it's Christmas. Aside from the game against Arsenal, they've kept just one clean sheet in 5 games. So
Yeah.
I'll struggle to agree that defense is good enough.
that-
It's just that they will outscore you. I think that's the route.
but you can't
call me about outscore you.
You can't continue like that. It's 38 game is a long run for you to trying to win game every last minute. Like at some point you won't be able to.
And they wrapped this one up early though. They scored their 2 goals quite early. So
Yeah, Everton
we can give them
they
that.
scored early, but you look at the chances Everton had. Like they have to take out Beto in the first half. A better team would have. I mean, if I'm thinking about that Newcastle game, it was 11v11. I mean, it would have been pretty nice, but Everton didn't have the quality to beat them. So, and obviously, I have to speak about Ekitike. What a wonderful footballer. I think he was one of the most disrespected strikers in this summer because nobody talked about him. And he just sort of flew under the radar. Everybody was talking about Gyökeres. Everybody was talking about Sechko.
Ekitike, Chelsea was after him all summer. He was always linked to Chelsea.
Yeah, but there was not much hype on him. Not like Joao Pedro, Gyökeres, Sechko. There was a lot of hype on these guys, but not much hype on Ekitike. It was like Ekitike was just in the background somewhere. But this guy, a talented footballer. I mean, when you see talent, this guy is talented. It is what it is. I was thinking the only thing he needs to work on really is his finishing. Apparently, scoring goals, and that is important as well. So Isak knows I can't just come here and be like, oh, if you don't have me, then I'm the man. No. It's like, if you're not performing, I'm going to take your spot, bro. So that's a really good competition they have up there. And Isak is going to get up to speed very soon as well. It's good competition. What else can we do? Just right.
So do you think that game week 5 everybody should just close shop and and just think that let's scrap for second, like the boys are this saying he said top 2, meaning that the top 1 is gone. I never heard that. He said we cannot win the league, but we can do top 2. So actually all the clubs focus on reality.
If you have clubs, what would Man U be saying? Top 10? If you have clubs,
no, the Man U have said come on, respect them. They just dealt with you a few hours ago. Respect them. Put some respect on their name, please. They did that without starting Kuna.
Chelsea always the one thing I wanted to say about Chelsea is like they're overrated really, and they don't listen. I want Chelsea fans. You must not lose against United. Perspective is a very interesting thing. For the amount of banter Man United have received, you're just 1 point ahead of them. That is ridiculous. World champions, supposedly. You're just 1 point ahead of them.
No, that's reality check.
And you guys think you apparently have what it takes. Like, Chelsea fans actually think they are better than Man City. So weird. Like, I don't know.
Excuse me?
Like, if you ask Chelsea fans, they think they are better than Man City. Yeah.
No.
And it's like, this is an important reality check for them. Like, yo, you guys.
That preseason cup has not really brought them back to earth. That golden badge is really making them to think they're on top of the world. Don't worry now. I say Bayern has brought them down to earth. Man, you now confirmed it. That's it. Smell the coffee and touch your skin. You're on planet Earth.
You guys are being too harsh. There's no
Chelsea better than City?
There's no way Chelsea is being overrated here. Come on, if you look at that team is a good team. It's just that we have crazy people in defense. If we can sort out our centre back and the goalkeeper, we have a very.
But you can't sort it out now. That's the problem. You can't sort it out in this January. So just hope that by January you're not like 12 points up, top 2. Since that's your target.
You don't understand, like,
I don't even know what top 2 means.
40% of your squad are like exchange students.
Okay. Okay, no. Well, come on. If you even look at it, these players are obviously very good. Our midfield is very good, one of the best in the league. Our attack is good. Kopama is there.
Come again.
Estavao is there. Jao Pedro is there. We have Delap, who is injured now. If he comes back, he would obviously boost the squad. Our problem is
Okay.
that centre back. That's what I will keep
Okay.
going to: the centre back and the goalkeeper.
And the keeper, and that's where the ball passes through.
And many of these players
What
you've
else
called,
do we need
yeah,
again?
many of these players you've called are all Man City rejects. Yep, you know.
Which one? So if I give you Kopama, you won't take him.
You take him 3 hands.
Palma,
Better than
If I
Delap,
wait, hold on, Fola, wait now. It was, I know you.
Gittins,
Yeah.
all those your boys. There are boys that we didn't need now. I think you were your highest best player, your highest paid player too. Is it not our reject too?
Which one?
Sterling.
Sterling. No, Raheem Sterling is an Arsenal. Raheem Sterling is we gave him to Arsenal. Arsenal misused him.
You see there.
Arsenal misused
Okay, guys, now let's be cautious of time. Let's move on. Yeah, let's go to the South Coast. I don't know if I should call it a basketball game. I think that's one of our highest scoring games this game weekend. At least we saw a lot of goals there. 2-2. Brighton 2, Spurs 2. If I'm being honest, I'll bring this to Fola. If this was Spurs of last season, there's no way they were coming back from that game. You know, but I don't know. Thomas Frank is likely built different. You know, when I saw 2 games, I was like, Spurs are just doing what Spurs are known for again. You have high hopes in them that, you know, they're going to, challenge for something this season. And next thing I'm looking at the TV and I'm seeing, you know, Spurs have been drawn level. So are we seeing like a new Spurs? Other teams put an eye on Spurs, considering the fact what they did to you earlier this season also. And, you know, it seems that, this is the new type of Spurs you should be looking out for. They also got their first win in Champions League, let's not forget. And, you know, coming back from 2-2, from two goals down against Brighton, that might be typically a difficult not to crack at home. And they're able to get a point from there. What do you think about these new Spurs under Thomas Frank?
I think they're not bad. I think they look more solid than they were under Ange. But Spurs will always be Spurs. Their defending was so generous.
What do you mean? Spurs? Like they beat Man City, they must beat Man City. Not that can't change.
Yes, now, yeah, that will always happen.
That's part of the package.
Yeah, that's us. But them against other teams, you know, they looked electric going forward, but at the back, they look like a fire hazard. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I don't know who. Even when Mourinho was there, one of the masters in defending, they still look porous. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it's a culture thing because now it's no more a coaching thing. But this was. I'll say this was less comeback kings than more chaos merchants. Do you understand? But yeah, only Spurs can turn a 2-0 deficit into a comeback, you know, and still make it feel like a loss. You know, I'll just put it like that. But Brighton were not bad. Brighton were the Brighton I expected to give every top team like a run for their money. But I'd say it's pretty even to me.
Great. Thanks. So guys, I'd like us to do something here. We're going to do 2 things. The first one is I'd like us to talk about our best team of game week 5. And, you know, the worst, like the most disappointing team of game week 5. Maybe best team, like the guys didn't expect a certain result from, and you were surprised that they got those results. And the guys that you expected much more from, and, you know, their results were disappointing. I'll go first. I think my team of game week 5 was Manchester United. There was no way on planet Earth I expected those guys to come out to 1 point. Maybe I overrated Chelsea. And that brings me to my disappointment of the weekend. The guys in blue, like they said, you know, I think they were exposed, you know, that these guys they've just been clowning all along. Now we've seen the real Chelsea. Just 1 red card and, you know, they're all over the place. The coach is making subs like, I don't understand, and making the wrong subs for that moment. Yeah, so over to you, is Mr. Sorry, who is your pick of the week and your most disappointing team of the week?
Yeah, pick of the week will be Liverpool, just because they've extended their 100% stats. Why everyone else has dropped points, they are coasting away and things. They haven't. Some of their players haven't even hit top gear. Um, Isak, as you mentioned,
Great.
and Florent. Well, exactly. And for me, disappointment for the week will be Man City. Terrible game.
You
Went
can't master chat.
defensive. You were winning 1-0 till like 90 something minutes. You still ended up losing 2 points. And you had so much of experience on the bench in Pep Guardiola. So to me, that was disappointment for the week. And then Liverpool, I would say, they're carrying on with
Great.
form. Yeah.
Nice. Over to you. Pick of the week and disappointment of the week.
Let me start with disappointment. Disappointment is Chelsea. Man United apparently have been Father Christmas sharing points to all the big guy sides. They got to
As in, everybody's taking this for you.
they got to Chelsea. Chelsea decided to be investors, you know. So absolute disappointment. Like, how can you coming off a loss?
After spending, you spent 2 billion for this. After spending 2 billion, this is what
Literally.
you have to show for losing to Man U. Let's
I
continue.
don't know. Pick of the week, I'm going to have to agree. Is it Liverpool professional performance? People underestimate the Merseyside derby. That game can turn on itself real fast. But Liverpool kept their composure, won the game. I mean, Gravenberch. If we were to do player pick of the week, it'll probably be Gravenberch, you know, amazing player. So yeah, pick of the week is Liverpool.
Hey, fantastic. Follow over to you. Pick of the week and disappointment of the week.
My pick of the week will be a bit different from you guys. I say I'll give it to Fulham. They showed real character, conceded early, but they didn't sulk. They snapped back. Because I watched that game.
Yeah, they won
Iwobi
3-1 now, yeah?
Yeah, Iwobi was outstanding. Goal and assist, bossing the midfield. They didn't just beat Brentford; they controlled the
They beat them well.
tempo after going behind. That's maturity. Marco Silva had them looking organized, clinical, confident. You know, yeah, they're starting to look like a team that no one wants to visit, like Craven Cottage. So I've always loved Marco Silva. He's Premier League seasoned. You know, maybe you should have gone for him over Amorim. I won't lie, but anyway, and I would say underachievers for the week. Chelsea. The Chelsea and Man U game, basically, both of them. You know, Man U needed Chelsea to implode before they could do anything. Casemiro give them a goal and then give them a headache. You know,
We're
Chelsea
dominating with
also
11 versus 11 now. It wasn't including. We're outplaying
for
them
5
because
minutes.
that.
For
don't
5
You
imagine-
see,
minutes.
Fola, you can
For
always beat
5
what's in
minutes.
front of you. It's not Man's fault that Sanchez decided to start acting like he was on the taekwondo field or taekwondo field or
I
something.
understand. That's why I just said the whole game to me, both of them. I expected something much more exciting than that. But hey, I was also a victim with Arsenal City. So City didn't make the game interesting like how we usually see the Arsenal Man City game. So so let's just say Chelsea. Let's just say Chelsea, but the whole game kind of disappointed me about Chelsea.
Baseball, last but not the least, you know, what was the pick of the week? And I know who the disappointment is. I see Yokohama on the disappointment.
Pick of the week. My pick of the week will be Liverpool. They've extended their winning run, and at this point, it feels like they're unstoppable. They always have that extra, you know, to win games. And even though Everton did show that they could still get into the game in the second half, I think who scored that? Idrissi, yeah. He scored a very good goal, you know, trying to get Everton back into the game. But Liverpool were very good in terms of managing the game and closing it out. So another win for them, very impressive. You don't know where they are going to lose points at this stage. You know, they have players. Can imagine the likes of Ritz was not playing, Isaac did not start, you know, so they still had some major players that they benched to start this game. So credit to them for that. You guys have slandered the Chelsea enough, so I'll go for an alternative disaster.
Never tired of slandering Chelsea, so join the queue.
I'll go for you guys already know my opinion about the game again with Chelsea and Man U. I think both of them were terrible. The game was terrible. It's not what you expect from a Premier League and spectacle. But my own pick would be I think it's West Ham. West Ham, they've lost another game at home. Even though they played a good side, Crystal Palace, I felt like they should have done more, especially with the coach being under pressure. I think he's going to be
He's going to lose his job.
I think he's going
to be the next.
I think he's going to. Has there been any coach that's gone now? Has there anyone been sacked?
No has been sacked.
The attack game week 3.
That game week 3, so he's going to be the second now. So I think his time there is over. You know, I don't think he can get back with the fans, and disappointing given, you know, obviously the investment they've had in the squad. So yeah, that will be my worst team performance.
Good. So guys, before we round off, I just like us to do something quickly, briefly. Prediction for game week 6. I'll call out the matches. I'll put it just on our prediction. Brentford is taking on Man U, and they're playing at home. Brentford will be at home. Fola, what's your take? Quick. Let's rapid fire.
Brentford win.
Scores
3-1.
Okay. Isama, what's your take? Brentford, Man U.
Man U win 2-1.
Tolu, what's your take? Brentford, Man U.
2-1 Brentford.
Okay. Isima, what's your take? Brentford, Man U.
Brentford is not Chelsea, so Brentford win 2-0.
Oh, wow. I think I'll also go on the side of Brentford win. I'll go 2-1. Brentford win at home. I am suspecting Sesko will get his first goal that they just will add that. I don't want to go 0-0-7. So moving on. Chelsea Brighton. I think Chelsea has to come back. I'll give Chelsea a win this one 3-1. Fola, Chelsea Brighton. Chelsea's at home, Stamford Bridge.
2-2.
You see how much Chelsea's at home, Stamford Bridge. Chelsea Brighton.
Draw. Nil.
Goalless draw. Chelsea hardly does goalless draw recently. Okay, they did that with Crystal Palace. It might happen again with Brighton. Tolu, Chelsea, Brighton.
Is Kopama going to play? Because
Tolu, we don't care. Just predict.
We don't care.
Just
We don't care.
Kopama because
he might be fit and be on the bench. That coach is crazy. Just leave that guy. Quick.
if Kopama doesn't play,
No
it's
ifs.
a loss.
Chelsea, Brighton.
Anyway,
With the information you have as of today,
like 3-2 Brighton without Palmer.
Brighton will win at Stamford Bridge. Wow. Is it more?
Chelsea win 2-0.
Both one day. Great. Let's move on to Crystal Palace, Liverpool. Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Very difficult place for Liverpool, but I see Liverpool scraping a 2-1 victory. Follow over to you, Crystal Palace, Liverpool. Crystal Palace at home.
Okay. 0-0.
2-1 Liverpool win.
1-0 Liverpool win. Is that what you said?
2-1.
2-1. Tolu, Crystal Palace, Liverpool.
2-2.
2-2. Okay. First time Liverpool are about to drop a point according to you. Isibo, Crystal Palace, Liverpool.
1-1.
Sorry?
1-1.
1-1. Okay. Let's move on to the Etihad Stadium, the tactical master chess players. They're going to be at home. Manchester City versus Burnley. I'll predict 4-0. Fola, what you say?
Maybe 3-0.
I'll go 3-0.
5-1.
5-1. Isibo. Sorry, I muted Isibo.
5-0 Man City.
Great. Last but not the least, Newcastle versus Arsenal. Newcastle will be at Thomas St. James Park. I'm going to go 1-0 in favor of Arsenal. Fola?
2-1 Newcastle.
Favor of Newcastle win 2-1. Impossible. Easy. Newcastle Arsenal.
It's a 2-1 Arsenal win. I think it will be tough.
Okay. Tolu,
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. Isibo. They don't have a striker, so apart from New. Saka is back. You guys have forgotten. Game has changed. Okay, guys, thanks everyone for your prediction. Thanks for joining us on Round Letter Podcast, Game Week 5 review and prediction for Game Week 6 at the same time. Guys, please like our videos, share our videos, drop your comments, drop your predictions at the same time, and share your thoughts with us. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Thank you, Fola, for your take. Thank you, Izzy, for your take. Tolu and Isibo, also thank you. I really wish you guys, and I wish your team get to lose next week. Apart from Arsenal, we get to win next week. The rest of you, got to see you again in Game Week 6. Thanks everyone for joining and have a great week.
All right. Take care.